Hey everyone, welcome to another Monday morning starter. All right, today I want to talk about why some people become successful. Why is it that some people become successful and other people maybe get a little bit lost along the way? Why is that? Here's a little story I think captures it pretty nicely. So Mike Tyson, we all know who Mike Tyson is. He had a boxing match one day against Buster Douglas. And Buster Douglas at the time was a relatively unknown boxer. It was sort of a fight where Mike Tyson, it was like an in the middle fight, where Mike Tyson had to fight Buster Douglas to go on and fight, say, Evander Holyfield or someone like that. Anyway, Buster Douglas was training hard for it. Mike Tyson was ready for it. Buster Douglas's mum was a beautician, and she was a beautician in the town that they lived, and she was telling everyone, my son, he's gonna whoop Mike Tyson's bum. My son's gonna beat Mike Tyson. Anyway, she was going around telling everyone how Buster Douglas, her son, was gonna beat the world champ, Mike Tyson, undefeated. And he was like, Mum, do you have to tell everyone that I'm gonna beat Mike Tyson? Just sort of let it happen. So he was getting ready for the fight. And a few days before the actual fight, his mum died. So his mum died a few days out from it. Big thing, big thing. So he still went on and fought Mike Tyson. He was in the ring going for it. Bang, bang, bang. I'm not a boxer, as you can tell. But anyway, he was going for it. He was going his hardest. He got knocked down. Buster Douglas got knocked down. Got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 9 count.
By punch count statistics, Tyson is averaging only 23 punches around. Well, there's just no question which is the more confident fighter now. You see how easily Douglas is dominating the action inside.
Here he's against the ropes. I've never seen.
And there's a right hand uppercut, and down goes Douglas.
Uppercut.
What a shot. Shades of Frank Bruno.
Can he beat the count?
He got a little overconfident. Got a little loosey-goosey. Still wobbly. Let's see what Mike can do to finish. And the bell in.
He gets up, regains his composure, and keeps going, and keeps going. He gets to like round 8 or 9. Now you've got to understand this. Mike Tyson was known for getting into the ring and knocking people out within the first round or 2. We were like at round 8 or 9 now, and he's still going. And here's what happened. Buster Douglas just was going for it. He was just staying in there. And all of a sudden, he knocked Mike Tyson down. And he didn't just knock Mike Tyson down, he knocked Mike Tyson out.
Taking the punches.
Oh, what a right hand by Tyson to begin the 10th round. The shot that will finish things in.
Oh, the uppercut.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
It's over. It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
Unbelievable.
First time in history Mike Tyson had ever been knocked out. Here's the thing. Here's the reason I want to share this story with you. They asked, not Evander Holyfield, they asked Buster Douglas, how did you knock Mike Tyson down? And here's what he said. Right before my mum died, I made a promise to her that I would win the fight. So I just had to keep going. I had to keep going and make sure I stayed in there. And what they saw was, and what he saw was, is Mike Tyson got tired. Mike Tyson, after round 5, 6, and 7, got really tired. And Buster Douglas, he had to just make sure he had the stamina to keep going at all cost. and he found a window, poof, and knocked Mike Tyson down. Here's the interesting thing. After Buster Douglas knocked Mike Tyson out, everyone started to knock Mike Tyson out. He was once unbeatable. Somebody beat him, and then one after the other, bang, 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 people kept knocking Mike Tyson out because they knew it was possible. People quite often say to me, Matt, how did you get started? How did things work out for you? What happened? How did you become successful at real estate? I'll tell you how. I just kept swinging. I've just kept swinging for 20 years. It didn't mean I was the best real estate agent. It didn't mean I had money. It didn't mean I had anything. I've just kept swinging. When I heard that story, I thought, that's what I've done. I've just kept swinging after 20 years. I'm still swinging in there, swinging for my success. And here's what I want to ask you. Have you got the stamina that you need to knock things out of your way in life, to just keep going? Think about getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, #1 in the world, undefeated. Imagine what that could do to your mind. People were defeating themselves before they even started. Before they even started with Mike Tyson. I've got to fight Mike Tyson. And people would say, how am I going to beat him? No one's ever beat him, but Buster Douglas had a bigger reason. He had a bigger reason to knock Mike Tyson out. He promised his mum before she died. He made a promise. He made a commitment. Before I turned my life around many, many years ago, I walked out of a courtroom and made a promise to myself that I would never go back there. Never go back there. That was 25 years ago. And I made a commitment to my best friend at the time. I said, I am going to be the best real estate agent in Australia. That's what I said to him. That was all those years ago when I had no money, no car, no nothing. I made a promise to myself that ran deep. And all I've done in the meantime is kept swinging along the way. Just like Buster Douglas. He worked out, he saw, well, he didn't work out. He actually just committed to staying in there, to hanging in there, to keep swinging at all costs. And he's got to find a window to knock this guy out. And he did it. And he did it. He had a reason that was bigger than himself to keep going. He had something that he committed to that became bigger than the fight. All he had to do then was stay in. If he could stay in, he knew he could draw on that commitment and find the window to knock the guy out and become the champion. And become the champion. And that is the best story that I've heard in a long time about your success, about our success, and what it takes to become phenomenally good at what you do. It really has little to do with talent half the time. It has a lot to do with stamina, commitment, reason, and just the ability to hang in there and keep going and keep doing your best. And what will happen over time is you will see, it's like in real estate. I've been the one in there just kept going, and others have just left and gone and stopped, and they do it for a while, then they stop and they go somewhere. I've just wanted to become the best at what I do. That's it. Every single day I wake up and I go, I'm just going to keep swinging. It's like these videos. I'm just going to keep swinging, keep doing it. One day it's going to work out. I'm going to be where I want to go. It's going to work out. It is going to work out. It's all in here. It is all in here. And then this part follows. Don't listen to me about it. Listen to Buster Douglas. He's the one that did it. I'm still going. So I want you to think about that. If you're a bit off track at the moment, get back on track, make a commitment, make a promise, get some fuel going, and just keep swinging. Here's the little thing I want to leave you with. Unless you're doing something that you're so driven to do, something that you're passionate about, something that you want to do, you won't have enough in the tank to keep going through those bumps and those bumps. Remember, Buster Douglas got knocked out, almost. He got a 9 count, and then he got back up, drew on the inner strength, and kept going, even when he was a bit wobbly from the knock. We're all gonna take some knocks along the way. But it's the ones that have made that internal commitment that other people can't see. They know, you know when you've made it, they know when they've made it. You can't see, people on the outside can't see how deep that commitment runs, but it can run so deep that it actually like pulls you up, keeps you going so you can keep swinging when others think to yourself, others are looking at you thinking to themselves, how are you still going? How are you still going through all that? And you know, you can't explain it to them, but it's in here. It is in here, and you're pulling on it and you're drawing on it, and it's taking you to the next step, next step, next step, and eventually you're just powering because you've endured all of those bumps along the way, and you've got an inner strength that you can't describe to people, and you know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. Before Buster Douglas got into that ring, he knew it was gonna happen. He just made the commitment to match, and he just hung in there and kept swinging. Don't give up. Don't give up. It's gonna happen. It will happen. You've just gotta have the stamina to keep at it, and it's all gonna work out. Leave some comments underneath this video. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know where you're at. Let me know how things are going. And I know, we are all going to become so successful. You've just got to outswing your opponents, and it's all going to happen. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.